Hello and welcome to Titanium Colors Tarot, and today I will be doing a Are You Knocking Yourself Out of Your Intuitiveness This Week and How video. Alright, so for this I'll be using some concepts brought to us by Christopher Duncan from his program SuperConscious Education. I will also be using the 6 sabotaging belief patterns that he brought forth. Alright, or is it... Wait, what am I going to use? 1, 2... No, it's not the 6 sabotaging belief patterns. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm not exactly sure what they're called. Let me see. Well, they're ways to block your own intuition. Okay, the gist of it is that. Now, I'll be using the 9 orientations to separate this reading. All right, and with that being said, my gorgeous triple T's, let us get into the cards, into the concepts. There are no cards, only bits of paper. All right, so the first, should I say, for today's insight, all right, for this video's insight, more or less, I feel like, well, at least in my case, this is the case, and I'm sure it's gonna possibly be the case for a lot of people. There is something that you've been working on diligently for the past, since last summer, that might be coming into fruition now. Yeah. And you don't understand why, but you kept your hopes up and you kept diligently working on this. And I know this is not for everyone, because some people won't have done this process with everything. But for some of us, we have stuck the course and we are like, no, this is it. This is what I'm working on. This is what I am creating. This is it. And for those of us who have been that diligent and who have been that focused on the one project, okay, it is coming true. It is coming in. It is going to come to fruition soon. Okay, is what I've heard and picked up on through other readings, and I feel like that's the case in my life. So if it's there, if I see a pattern, I'm gonna share it, okay? So that is what I got for my insight today. Now let us move on to the reading. So I will begin this reading with as I said, the 9 orientations, starting with the perfectionists, the individuals who intuitively know what to... kind of lost my train of thought there. My perfectionists are the ones who know how to do things in order for them to turn out great. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good, who has a message for this reading? Now, starting off with the perfectionists. Please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good, who has a message for my perfectionists, please come forward and share. Are my perfectionists knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? Yes. Yes. Maybe. Excuse me. Fatigue already setting in. Interesting. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my perfectionists. How might they be knocking themselves out this week? And you got a flop. It's going to differ for every single one of you. So be mindful of your surroundings. Be mindful of what might trigger you, is what I'm getting. So now on to my helpers, the individuals who intuitively know who to assist, how to assist them, and wherever they are. So whatever time, whatever place, and all that jazz. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my helpers, please come forward and share. Are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? I get a yes, a maybe, a no, a yes, and a possibly. So how might this be coming about? Is this different times? Oi! That was a pop. I have big water bottles. I fill up with water and I put those in the refrigerator to keep cold, and the water bottle popped. That's what you heard. I don't know if the microphone picked that up, but that's what popped. Okay, so kind of startled me, that's for sure. Now, how will my helpers be knocking themselves out this week? Again, a flop, but this time, I think consciousness is kind of okay. But this time, consciousness in the reverse is peering out. So, what would that indicate? So it is a subconscious pattern that is trying to. It's not exactly a well, it's partly a subconscious pattern, but it's more like a part personality, something that was set into motion when you were a child to keep you safe from specific things, all to make sure that you stay safe. That is keeping you stuck. So what this would indicate to me is that you're really, really, really close to achieving what it is you want, my helpers. All right. It's just that at this moment, your personality is like saying to itself, I don't know how to live outside of these conditions, because what you're trying to bring into my reality, into your reality, is unknown to your unconscious, and your unconscious is kind of giving it some grief, giving it some difficulty, because what the unconscious doesn't like to do is to change. Well, actually, it's the ego who doesn't like to change, but the subconscious, someone's burning something. It's bizarre. One of my neighbors, I guess, which is generally relevant. So that smell was to like kind of divert the attention from what it is you're trying to do, which is basically what a part personality tries to do. It tries to keep the initial unit safe by not changing it, not bringing anything different towards it. So it tries to keep it exactly the same as it was. And that's why they say repetition is important. But also knowing how to work with yourself is important too, so that you can outsmart your unconscious. Not outsmart it, but in reality it's to recode your unconscious so that it can do what it is you want it to do. I hope that makes sense. If not, ask questions. It'll be my pleasure to answer, okay? Yes. Now, on to my achievers. I actually I filmed this, I recorded this, but for some reason it didn't take. So we're going to start again. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my achievers. Are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? I get a maybe, a yes, a no, and an imperceivable possibly. Okay, so how is this, by the way, is this 4 different groups? What is this? Could be 4 different groups, 4 different times. Okay, so please come forward and share how my achievers might be knocking themselves out. We got indirectness. You are being indirect with how you're approaching a situation. It's not the best. It's not the best. It could be better. I don't know why I'm singing this tune. Okay, you're being direct. But why, my achievers? You set goals and you go about achieving them one by one. So is your tactic to be indirect about this because you want to achieve whatever this is faster and better? Is what I'm picking up on. Interesting. Okay, so now on to my individualists. The individuals who intuitively know what to place in the center of attention, how long to keep it there, for how long, with what aim and what purpose. So, please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my individualists. Are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? I get a no, a yes, a maybe, and a possibly. Well, actually, the possibly was very, very slight, so it's more of a yes, no, maybe situation. Okay, so how might that be happening? My gorgeous God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my individualists. How might this be coming about? Resolving a negative belief about yourself in the reverse. Resolving a negative belief about yourself in the reverse. What aren't you believing about? What aren't you believing about yourself? So resolving a negative belief about yourself in the reverse would be not trying to resolve a negative belief about yourself. It's trying to indirectly do it. I don't know how that would be, but that is what I got. Indirectly resolving something. So now on to my investigators, the individuals who intuitively know what to research, how long to research it, when to research it, and with what aim and what purpose. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my investigators, please come forward and share. First of all, are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? I get a maybe, a yes, a no, a no, a possibly. And I feel like this is 3 different groups. 4 different groups. This will also happen at 4 different times. This is what I was picking up on. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my investigators, please come forward and share how might they be knocking themselves out. Well, so you got choice through default under something else, but that's in the reverse, as well as a conscious that's under something else in the reverse. So, excuse me. Our choice through default and conscious, the underlying factor of how you might be knocking yourself out, but they're not actually the real reason why. Might that be? I do not know. Be attentive to that is what I'm picking up on. Okay, so that was it for my investigators. Now on to my loyalists, the individuals who intuitively know what to be loyal to, how long to stay loyal to it, with what aim and what purpose, and how to get others to be loyal to it as well. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my loyalists, please come forward and share. Are they knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? I get a maybe, a yes, a no, and a possibly. This is interesting. Okay, so my loyalists, I feel like you have more say in what happens in your reality this week, which would indicate that, it's gonna start unconsciously, that you're tweaking you are at a point where you can weave your own web, and that you are actually creating the reality that you are currently living, which is true. But are you weaving that web of good in a good way, or are you weaving that web in a negative way? Will it have a positive return on investment on your part, is what I'm picking up on. Okay. So that is what I got for my loyalists. Now on to my enthusiasts, the individuals who intuitively know. I'm also getting a possibly. Okay, so if to respond to the last question that I asked for my loyalists, the answer is possibly. It might, to whatever that question was. So be mindful of that, okay? So now on to my enthusiasts, the individuals who intuitively know how things should be done in order for them to turn out great. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my enthusiasts, please come forward and share. Are they knocking themselves out in their intuitiveness? I get a yes off the bat, a no, a possibly, and a maybe. The 3 different times is what I picked up on. So please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good. And we got reaction versus response in reverse. So you're responding You're responding. 3, conditional choice. There's a plane. I don't know if you can hear it. But, well, I mean, I am like right next. We're not right next to the airport, but we're near it. Well, I mean, near it. We're kind of far away from Dorval, but airplanes pass by here. When doing their round to go down or to go up, start flying, they do it around here. I mean, we're not that far away. Are we? No, we're not. Not close. Anyway, there are planes that pass through here. A lot. Anyway, so my enthusiast, you're trying to respond in a way so that it doesn't seem like you are doing you're not following a conditional choice. You're trying to be direct about something. Yeah. I'm not giving a story for this. I am not. So my enthusiasts, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. And I'm telling you why. Because shit's gonna hit the fan. Also, Santa Claus might be coming to town. So my enthusiast, is this something that you set forth during Christmas time? Or is it something that will come to fruition during Christmas time? It's Christmas time. I don't know. Okay, so that was it for my enthusiasts. Now on to my protectors, okay? The individuals who intuitively know how to keep things safe, for how long, from whom, for what aim, and what purpose. So, please, okay, well, first of all, are my protectors knocking themselves out of their intuitiveness this week? Are they? Yes. Maybe. Nope. Possibly. Interesting. So how might this be coming about? Fill up. So be mindful. Or maybe will it take a couple of tries to figure out? Yeah. So what I'm getting is that there is a conditional choice that you're trying to avoid. You're also trying to avoid choosing through default. You are trying to be direct as well as respond instead of react. I'm definitely trying to consciously choose something quickly. Okay? So that is what I got from my protectors. Okay. Okie dokie. So now on to my chameleons, the individuals who intuitively know what intuitive style to use in any given situation to get what they want, or to get the best outcome out of that situation. Okay, so please, God, angels, and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my chameleons, please come forward and share please come forward and share first of all, are they knocking themselves out? I get a yes. I get a no. Yes. A possibly, or no, it's a maybe, and then a possibly. Okay. So how might this be coming about for my chameleons? Please, God, angels, and guides. And you got choice through default, indirectness, and reacting versus responding, as well as conscious hidden with something else. So the first thing is that you'll quickly try to choose through default, which will try to indirectly bypass by reacting and responding in order to consciously make your way out of something, is what I'm picking up on. That is a very interesting storyline, my chameleons. Okay, so my gorgeous triple tears, this is all that I have for you guys this week for this video series. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description on this video and the email you can send donations to on PayPal if you feel so called. And with that being said, my gorgeous triple tears, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I will see you next Saturday, okay? Bye.